Hey, what's up, peeps? It's been a minute. We are back at it again with another comic book haul. Yeah, that's right, guys. We have a comic book haul. Now, usually, if you guys tune into my channel, usually I'm doing like a comic book subscription box from Comic Garage. But as you guys know, I've been doing a lot more comic book reviews. And main reason why I've been doing a lot of comic book reviews is because I've been buying a lot of comic books, guys. Okay, so let me show you, let me get straight to the point. Let me show you some of the comic books that I bought. Some of these are vintage. I guess you can say vintage from the 90s. That's my time. That's the era in which I grew up in. So we have, actually we have a few doubles too, because I bought some lots, so I got some doubles. So I think I have a few doubles of Deathlok. I actually picked up the first 10 issues of Deathlok, and I'm actually going to do a review of the first 10 issues of Deathlok, and also something else too I want to mix in with it as well. I'm working on it as we speak. But here's Deathlok number 6, guest starring The Punisher, and it's from the 90s, 93, 94 maybe, or maybe is that 95? You can always tell what year it's from just by looking at the price, $1.75. That means it was from the early 90s. Deathlok, number 7, guest starring The Punisher. I love this comic. I love the cover art of it, and I love Deathlok, man. And you combine Deathlok and The Punisher. Come on. It's pretty freaking awesome. Deathlok is a character, man. They've rebooted so many times. I'm actually going to talk about it when I do a review of Deathlok. Deathlok number 5 right here with some members of Fantastic Four, some members of X-Men, Doombusters, guest starring the X-Men and Fantastic Four and more. Here is number 2. Love the artwork, man, for Deathlok. Deathlok is a very underrated character in the Marvel universe, man. I think, I don't really. I kind of understand why he's not as popular as he should be, is because his story has been rewritten so many times and people haven't gotten a grasp of how to properly tell the story of Deathlok. But if you like RoboCop, then that's pretty much his story. So if you're a fan of RoboCop, then you should like Deathlok. Here's Deathlok number 12. Like I said, I'm going to do the first issues of Deathlok and kind of like the history of Deathlok as well. Here's number 21. The Body in Question. Here's kind of a revamp of Deathlok right here. Merc in the Machine, another revamp. I think this was from the late 90s, early 2000s. I haven't read that one yet, so I'm not really for sure. Okay, off the Deathlok topic, we have Swamp Thing right here with Superman. I don't know if I showed you this, guys, before. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't remember if I showed you that in a comic book garage. Here's another one, Wonderland. And this is based on Alice in Wonderland. I love the cover to this, man. Isn't that awesome? That's probably going to be right there. That's probably going to be the thumbnail. Here's another awesome cover right here. Cosmic Ghost Rider number 1. And I did pick up a lot of number 1s as well, and I'm going to do some reviews in the future, especially of Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider. I definitely think he deserves a review. And I can't wait till that Marvel Legends Hasbro Ghost Rider comes out. Here is Batman and Dracula. This is a review that I wanted to do during the 31 days of Halloween, but I didn't have enough time. I was actually going to do this in a review of the Funko Pop, wow, dude. Funko Pop, Red Rain, Batman. Didn't have a chance to get around to doing it. I might do this later on in the future. I don't have any plans set for it, being that I missed the Halloween deadline. I was going to say Hollywood deadline. Another first issue, guys, is of Alien vs. Predator. Look at that. #1 for $1. This is the very first issue of Aliens vs. Predator. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure. Love that, man. Love the artwork on it. This is so awesome. Here are, now if you guys are accustomed to watching my channel, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know, like in the very, very, very beginning, I did a comic book review of Marvel Masterpiece by Joe Jusko. And I did, there was a Spider-Man and a Hulk one that I did like a double review. And it was a 4-part series of Joe Jusko's artwork. And this is book 2 of 4, and this is book 4 of 4. So I did a review of book 1 of 4 and book 3 of 4, which had Spider-Man and Hulk on it. And somewhere in the near future, I'm going to do another double review and finish this 4-part series. Because a lot of people seem to like that review, and it got a lot of views. So I definitely want to do like a double review of these 2 books right here, and just highlight some of the brilliant artwork of Joe Jusko, if I'm saying his name correctly. But he's such a brilliant artist, man. And some of the art that he produced for Marvel Comics is just absolutely brilliant, man. One of my favorite artists from Marvel. And if you guys, I've done a review for the Marvel Masterpiece cards as well. And the artwork is just so brilliant, man. Just so brilliant and so vibrant as well. The color that he uses and the technique in which he draws, or excuse me, paints, is just absolutely breathtaking, man. He is a true brilliant artist. So yeah, I'm going to do a double review of that sometime in the future. I'm in no rush. Another #1 I got is Warlock in the Infinity Watch. This is collector's item. This is the very first issue. The aftermath of the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, I can't wait to do a review of this, guys. I don't, yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm trying to think. Was Warlock? I don't think Warlock was in Endgame, was he? I'm trying to think. I don't think he was. Can't wait to do a review of that. And speaking of the Aliens versus Predator, we have Batman versus Predator. And on the back, this is 1 of 3. Here's 3 of 3. And I do believe I have... I do believe this is 2 right here. Part 2 of 3. I'm not really for sure if it's part of this series or it's a part of this series. I have a few Batman versus Predators. Here's another one I've always had right here, this Batman versus Predator. This is the classic. I have a double of this one. And then that one was 1 of 3. So I'm thinking it might be this series right here, being that the artwork looks so looks exactly the same. So I'm guessing this is part of another series right here. This is part of a different series right here. But I think this right here is part of the one series, because this is 1 of 1. Here is 1 of 2, 2 of 3, and then here's 3 of 3. Hey, look at this, man. It's so awesome, man. Seeing NECA release the Batman vs. Predator figures, and to have this comic book right here. This is from the 90s. This is the very first series of Batman vs. Predator. And NECA nailed it, man, as far as the Batsuit and how the Predator looks. It's so awesome. And the artwork in it, man. Look at how brilliant the artwork looks. Batman vs. Predator. This is such a classic cover right here, man. Awesome job. If there's one movie I definitely would love to see Hollywood make, it's Batman vs. Predator. And speaking of verses, we have some more verses right here. We got Batman vs. Spawn. a little bit of a crossover. I definitely wanted to do a review of this one, War Devil. And then another versus, we have Batman versus Lobo. I love Lobo. I love him. #1, and this is #1 too. And then here's some other Deathlok comic books which you guys have already seen. Here's #1 special, the representing the 4-issue classic that introduced Marvel's deadliest new hero. #1 collector's issue. Here is another #1 collector's issue. So I don't know which one is #1. This one I think this one's the first one, and this one is a reintroduction. #1 in the 4-issue limited series. So here's #1 for Deathlok. And then here are some other, I think I showed you #2. Here's #3, him battling Doom. #4, Brain Drain. #5, which I showed you this cover. I have doubles of this. #8, which I didn't show you. #9, Ghost Rider. I think I showed you that one. 10, Round 2, Ghost Rider. It's a 2-part series. Target Deathlok. #11, #12. And one thing I love about these are these Deathlok comic books, man, is the artwork. It's just so vibrant. 20 odd years later, it's just so vibrant, man. I just love the classic artwork on here. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, that it is Jim Lee artwork. It kind of looks like it. I'll have to do some investigating when I do a review of Deathlok comic book review. #15, Last Mile. And then the last comic book, guys, it is of #16, Deathlok versus himself. Alright, guys, so there was my little comic book haul, my epic comic book haul. If you guys like this little haul, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Deathlok. I picked up a lot of Deathlok comic books, man. I'm definitely going to do like the history of Deathlok in a future review. Definitely going to do a review of this Batman versus Spawn. And definitely going to do a review of these Batman versus Predators, man. 3-part series. That's going to be a long video, so let me know what you guys want to see reviewed. I definitely want to do this Warlock. These two are definitely going to be reviews in the future. There are no words with these books. They're just images. It's not a comic book. They're just images, artwork of Joe Jusko. And then the very first issue of Alien versus Predator, Batman and Dracula, and Ghost Rider, which I can't wait to do a review of. And yeah, I definitely want to check out this book because the artwork on this cover looks absolutely awesome, man. I can't wait to do a review of this comic book. Alright, guys, so we'll leave it at that. Tell me what you guys think of this comic book haul. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We'll leave it at that. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next review. Bye!